One of Dr. Sconzo's great attributes is his ability to partner with organizations that share Humble ISD's mission of serving children. And one of those great relationships that we have is with the Lake Houston YMCA. Under Dr. Sconzo's leadership, plans were put in place to build an amazing new adaptive sports complex at one of our new campuses. Here today to talk about that sports complex and the campaign, the Sports for All campaign, we have Heath Rushing, and Heath is one of our current school board trustees. Welcome, Heath.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We have Mark Koenig, and Mark is one of the campaign co-chairs.
Thank you.
Welcome. And we also have Joe Cleary, and Joe is also one of the campaign co-chairs. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
This is an exciting project. A lot of our viewers haven't heard anything about it, so I'm going to start with you, Joe. Can you tell us about the adaptive sports complex?
Well, an adaptive sports complex is a sports field that's got two adaptive baseball fields and can be adapted to any other sports, that has a cushiony synthetic surface so that wheelchairs and walkers and kids that are running around can fall down and not get hurt.
Great.
Also a pavilion for basketball and a very innovative, adaptive playground that's got ramps and swings and just a plethora of sensory devices for the kids. It's just an absolute great idea and great complex.
And how wonderful, because it's a complex that's open to everybody, especially those of us that, children that may be disabled, that don't have the opportunity to participate in sports necessarily at a traditional so-called field.
Exactly.
Great.
Exactly.
Well, sounds like a great idea. What inspired this, Mark?
Well, a number of things inspired it, but what really drove it was the need for it. In other words, we have wonderful sports facilities in the district. The YMCA has wonderful sports facilities, but a lot of children and young adults can't use those because they're handicapped or have special needs, maybe wheelchairs, walkers, or other disabilities that prevent them from doing that. And that's why we call it the Sports for All campaign, to raise money for this. The other inspiration is there are facilities like this that exist in the United States. There's another one in Houston, but one in Houston is not enough to serve 4 million people. So the facility that exists, Joe had a hand in putting that one together, is our model. But the real idea to build this really comes from the number of special needs children in the area.
It sounds so exciting, and I'm thrilled that our viewers can hear about this. Now, I know Dr. Sconzo had a big part in making this happen through the school district. Heath, can you talk a little bit about that history and tell us, how it fits in with our new campus model and how it's going to be funded?
Yeah, absolutely. So in total, the project exceeds right at just north of $4.6 million, and because of Dr. Sconzo's vision, and because of certainly my colleagues' support of that vision as well, we're well on our way with the land being available in between where we're building a new middle school, a new elementary school, to be able to leverage those resources to help make this project possible. And so that donation alone represents about $1.5 million of that project total. And so so kudos to Dr. Sconzo. It was something easy that my colleagues and I were willing and able to support without hesitation. And I'd personally like to thank these two gentlemen sitting to my left for allowing me to have a small role in what they're trying to do by inviting me to be a part of their cabinet. And on the other side, as an employer within this community, that working in healthcare, we serve all people as well. And so it's important for employers to come to the table as well to help make this a possibility for our community. And Memorial Hermann intends to do so as well.
Well, and very few do it better than Memorial Hermann, let me tell you. And with Heath now serving as Memorial Hermann Northeast CEO, we not only have a really close friend in a very high place, but we have a close friend who just has a huge heart for children, as do Mark and Joe, and that's what, to me, that's what carries the day. It's great that the numbers grow, and certainly we want that, but you know what, it's just seeing the face of one special child, getting to experience something that otherwise in their lifetime they never would. I mean, it's huge.
You are absolutely correct about that.
And that the multiplier effect that Joe talked about, for every child that you see a face like that, you see a sibling, a mom and dad, an uncle, a neighbor, that are equally satisfied and thrilled to have this facility.
When we opened the playground at Langham Creek just a month or so ago, our wives joined us at opening day, and Kathy and Pat were standing there with a mom of a special needs young lady. And the neat story about this young lady is last year she wouldn't come out of the dugout. She was just so shy. This year she sang the national anthem, a cappella, right? A cappella. And then she goes into the playground to play. And Kathy looked at her, and she just had all this joy in her face. And Kathy said to the mom, "Look at your daughter. She's just having such a good time." And the mom said, "Yeah, she's having a great time, but look at me. I have peace."
Oh, beautiful.
And that's you talk about inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
So that's what it's all about.
There it is. You know, they're waving us on. So, but before we wind up, so anyone watching, how do they learn more? How do they get to be a part of making this a reality in our community?
Well, we will be starting to roll out in the community at various events, maybe chamber meetings, websites. We've got some board approvals to get through here, but very, very soon we'll be putting out some information on the complex.
Great. So be on the lookout.
And our the Lake Houston YMCA website should have something on there, and of course the Humboldt Independent School District Education Foundation eventually will have something on their website.
Awesome.
Well, it's a wonderful program. The complex sounds amazing, and truly, we are very blessed here in Humboldt ISD to have wonderful community leaders, and obviously you, Dr. Sconzo, that really get behind efforts like this, and it truly impacts all of our students, all of the kids in our community, and actually those that truly need it the most. So, you know, for me, this is truly one of your lasting legacy items that you check off on your list, because I do believe at the very end of your duration here, and to kick this off, this is something that's really important and will be a blessing to our community, and we have you to thank for that, and we have you gentlemen to thank for that, so we appreciate it very, very much. And for our viewers, again, you know, keep your eyes out to hear about our Sports for All campaign. We would love, you know, as much contributions from the community as we can get. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
For our viewers, please stay with us. We will be right back.